Hello, everybody. This is Fernando for the latest aliens and UFOs encounters video. I thought I would mix this one in here while I'm continuing to do your mysteries and disappearances suggestions. The reason I wanted to mix this one in here is because when I was reading the information tied to this encounter, it is eerily similar to a recent video I did in the world of aliens and UFOs. This one about Venusians. Hope I'm saying that again correctly, but it was a video that's getting a good number of views. And so when I was reading this information, I thought, look at how closely this encounter matches with that video that I did just recently. So I thought as a treat, I would share this one here. Let me know what you guys and gals think as far as this being yet another potential Venusian encounter. It comes from the reddit.com website. They're from the subreddit Alien Encounters, a user by the name of Booger Cookie, and they stated theirs as not sure if they were human. So here's essentially what they state, and then again, I'll give my own thoughts and opinions on it too. So they stated, this was an experience that happened when I was a kid, probably 8 to 10. I'm 22 now for reference. There used to be this park in the summers that my dad would take me to. He would play basketball in the section where the courts were, and I would play in the section with the park equipment. One day, I was on a swing set, and this couple came up and started talking to me. There was a man and a woman with a black stroller. I don't think I ever saw a baby in the stroller. I remember it always being faced away from me. This may have been a normal interaction and eventually interactions, but something felt very off or dreamlike about the encounters. I was even able to pick up on it at that age. The man in the couple was wearing blue jeans and a red and white plaid checkered shirt, but he looked odd, like kind of clammy, pale, or jaundice/gray. I also remember his eyes being very penetrating. The woman had on a dress and I think had medium length brown hair. I can't remember her face no matter how hard I tried to. She looked more normal from what I could remember. The best way to describe the man's hair would be kind of a blonde, ashen, and artificial look. Kind of sticky. Lots of flyaways and then a sort of bowl cut style, I think. I can't remember exactly what we talked about, but I think it revolved around God or religion, and it was a fairly short interaction, probably about 10 minutes. The weirder part is that I saw them later at a completely different park at a different date. Could have been weeks or months later, and they were in the exact same outfits with the exact same stroller. It looked like only 5 minutes had passed, but it was a completely different location at a completely different time. I can remember feeling apprehensive and off when I saw them again. Strangely, I can't remember if I talked to them or not a second time. And the last key to this story is that when I told my dad about seeing this couple multiple times as a kid, he said that maybe they were angels. And I remember that intensely freaking me out for some reason. Now, there could be a perfectly rational explanation for this, but more recently, I've been doing more spiritual work and growth, as well as scientific, astrophysical, biological, quantum physics, theory, extra research, etc. And this memory resurfacing prompted me to share it. It's not the first time I recall this happening, but it is the first time I feel I could maybe get some explanation. Aliens, interdimensional beings, otherwise? I'd be happy to provide any more context about my life if it's helpful, or the encounters if I can remember. This happened in the state of Maryland during the daytime. Thank you. And so that's it. That's everything that the user Booger Cookie mentioned in their encounter. So let's go ahead and let's talk about that here. So as you can see, there's several links associated with at least my video that I did on the Venusians just recently. For starters, there was that couple who just seemed off, especially the man. There was the idea that they were there, they were trying to have almost like a normal interaction, but as the user mentioned, something felt very off, almost dreamlike about their encounter. The woman was more human, more normal. As at least from what this guy could remember, he stated that things were more easy with her, but at least with regards to the man, things were more uneasy because of the way that he looked. He stated that he almost had like this clammy, pale look, his eyes very penetrating, and the hair that looked like it was trying to be normal, but it was more artificial looking. I remember again the descriptions associated with the Venusians. How it was almost like the world of Uncanny Valley, where they looked human, but the closer they looked human, without exactly being human, the further away it made things off, like it made it seem more uneasy. And that's what this user was essentially stating as well. The fact that they dressed the same exact way too, and this was again maybe weeks or months later at a different date, at a different location, but there they were in the exact same manner, that also raises up a lot of red flags. But probably the closest thing is this: the way the dad was mentioning that based on this encounter, they could have been quote unquote angels. That's another thing associated with the Venusian story. It's the idea that they look almost so angelic, that they come from a different realm, a different universe, or a different planet, or a different, I don't know, dimension, something along those lines, that it could tie into this too. So let me know what you guys think. Was this truly an encounter very similar to my other video involving a set of Venusians that were just walking around, talking to people, and in this case, talking to that young kid at the time, and as they mentioned, talking about God and religion, and then just having it be just a very short interaction, but a very memorable one? Let me know if this is truly in that same realm as well. All right, everybody. Thanks again as always. Take care. Bye.